Hello and welcome. Today we are going to tackle a huge headache for so many finance teams out there, the manual, painful process of getting payroll data from Insperity into your Oracle General Ledger. We're going to see how you can automate it, and believe me, it's a game changer.
So let me ask you this, and if you're in accounting, this probably hits pretty close to home. Does the end of the month close feel like a mad scramble? It's intense, right? And so often, it's the manual data entry that becomes this giant bottleneck, adding stress, causing delays, and opening the door to all kinds of errors. Well, we're going to look at how to get rid of that bottleneck for good.
You know, the root of the problem really starts here. You've got two absolutely fantastic systems that are best in class for what they do. But the thing is, these two worlds, payroll and finance, they just don't speak the same language out of the box.
So over on one side, you have Insperity. It's an absolute powerhouse for handling all the tricky stuff. Payroll, HR, benefits, tax compliance, you name it. And on the other side, you've got Oracle EBS Suite, which is your company's system of record, the single source of financial truth. The big challenge is, how do you bridge that gap between them?
Well, for most people, that gap is bridged with something I like to call the spreadsheet bridge. You know what I'm talking about? Exporting a file, messing with it in Excel, and then manually typing it all back in to Oracle. And let's be honest, this isn't just slow, it's a minefield. The risk of one typo throwing everything off is huge. It's a total nightmare for reconciliation, and it's a giant red flag for auditors who need to see a clean, clear audit trail.
So what's the fix? Well, we need to ditch that risky manual process and build something so much better. It's time to build a modern, automated data superhighway that connects these two systems directly.
I mean, think about it this way. The spreadsheet method, that's like a bumpy, unreliable dirt path with potholes everywhere. This automated solution, on the other hand, is a freshly paved, multi-lane superhighway. Your data just flows, It moves quickly, safely, and reliably from payroll right into your financial records. No pit stops, no manual intervention.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. To really trust an automated solution, you kind of need to understand how it actually works, right? So let's pull back the curtain and walk through the whole journey. This really elegant 5-phase trip that the data takes to get from payroll all the way to a posted journal. Okay, here's the 30,000-foot view, the whole map of the data's journey. You can see it starts up there in Insperity, moves through a secure transfer, and then gets processed inside the Oracle ecosystem until, bam, it becomes a final posted journal entry. Now, let's break this down piece by piece.
So here's our roadmap. It's a 5-step process. First, the file gets generated and delivered. Then it's retrieved and loaded. Step 3 is crucial, pre-processing and validation. Then it's prepared for accounting. And finally, it's imported and posted to the general ledger. Let's dig into those first two phases. Phases 1 and 2 are really all about the secure handoff. So after a payroll run is finished, Insperity automatically creates the data files we need. These files get placed on a secure server, an SFTP server, where an automated Oracle program is basically just sitting there, waiting to pick them up. It's a totally clean, totally secure, and fully automated transfer of information.
Now we're getting to the really smart part of the whole process. Phase 3, the quality control checkpoint. This is so important. Before any of that data gets anywhere near your general ledger, it has to go through a whole series of rigorous validation checks. Think of it as the system's own built-in intelligence, acting as a bouncer at the door to your financial data.
So what is it actually checking for? Well, it's asking some really important questions. Like, hey, are these account numbers in the file even valid in our chart of accounts? Or is the accounting period we're trying to post to even open right now? It even checks to make sure we haven't already processed this exact same file before. It's checking all those critical details to make sure only clean, correct data gets to move forward.
And this is the question everybody asks about automation, right? It's all great when things go smoothly, but what happens when they don't? What if there's a bad account number in the file, or someone forgot to open the period?
And the answer is actually really simple and robust. The system doesn't just crash, and it absolutely does not let bad data pollute your general ledger. It finds the specific record with the error, flags it, and automatically sends a notification to the finance team to go take a look. So the key here is, people only have to get involved for the exceptions.
So once all the data has passed its quality control checks, we move on to the final phases. The system takes all that clean data, summarizes it, creates the debits and credits, and loads it all into a standard Oracle interface table. And from there, Oracle's own trusted journal import program takes over to create the official balanced journal entry in your GL. It's all done using standard supported tools.
Okay, so we've seen the technical how, but now let's talk about the payoff. Why does any of this really matter? What are the actual tangible benefits for your finance team and really for the business as a whole?
This slide really just nails it. First off, it's fully auditable. You get a crystal clear data trail from the payroll run all the way to the final journal entry. Second, it uses standard Oracle tools, which means it's reliable and easy to support. Third, it's scalable, so it doesn't matter if you have 100 employees or 10,000. And maybe the most important part, it's finance-friendly. It's designed to work with your existing accounting controls, not against them.
And this quote from the source material just drives the point home perfectly. This isn't just some nice-to-have gadget. For any company that's running both of these platforms, this kind of integration is absolutely essential. It's fundamental for accuracy, for compliance, and for just running an efficient finance operation.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Your payroll is already calculated and processed automatically by the experts at Insperity. Doesn't it just make sense that the accounting for that payroll should be automatic too? Why would you leave that last critical step, getting that data into your books, to a slow, risky manual process?